Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. This battle's on the Prokhorovka map, and we've got Fury from VidiClan in the LT-432, which is a Tier 8 premium light tank in the Soviet line. Now, in this particular battle, there's only one light tank per side, and this is a battle between two light tanks at the start. One is a wheel vehicle and one is a track vehicle. So people who complain about wheel vehicles, of course. So we'll see how Fury can deal with that and use this map. Now, pretty typical for light tanks to scout the middle, just as that EBR is doing. And of course, Fury's been spotted and he's looking for a shot. But Fury also wants to give his team a view of who's coming up to the middle, and particularly the heavy tanks. He's getting spotted himself, but he's definitely spotting some tanks there. Now this is a Tier 7, Tier 8 battle, so he's top tier in that sense, but so is the EBR. So this stage is going to be a bit of a standoff, just keeping the other EBR from going too deep into his line, and trying to keep targets lit for the artillery to take advantage of, although he hasn't actually been able to get any assisted damage yet. It takes a big hit there from an SU-130 PM. And that EBR's just down in that little hollow there. Problem is if he crests too far over, he will get exposed again to the TDs up the back, probably around that C1 area. So they've got a high position on the hill. He won't be able to spot them, of course. The EBR will light him up. And not quite as maneuverable as an EBR, of course, can't turn as quickly. So Fury's coming back to this position here, and he will try and use his vision. Now, that's one of the downsides of the EBRs, is their vision is not as strong as wheeled vehicles that can mount extra modules or typically do. And he gets a shot of damage into the EBR himself, but he's still pretty healthy. But you can see that Fury's got binocs loaded as well as camo net, so he can stop in a bush and basically start to light up tanks. And if that EBR comes down the line, because he'll say, okay, that LT is not coming up against me in the middle, he might think that he's gone to the other side of the map, given there's only one light tank there. So now all Fury's doing is lighting him up, and he's managed to light up the EBR and he gets taken out. So victory number one, he's managed to get rid of the enemy light tank. That'll give him the opportunity to push up a bit further. He's happily taking damage here with his binocs lit up, but as soon as he moves you can see the view range drops. So he's just coming back down off the hill to get out of view range, come down to the lower part, and then go up the tree line. So it's collected a bit of damage against the Tier 8 Czech heavy tank there in the middle. So he's up to 2k of assisted damage already. And he's just going to move up slowly through the bushes, seeing if he can spot people. Now he's running commander vision systems. You don't see that in the equipment here, of course. But he's doing everything he can to maximise his vision, and what CVS does is basically let you reduce the camo effect of bushes that the enemy tanks are using. So here we go. So he's spotted right through these bushes. He's spotted the T-28 prototype, and he's already picked up all the damage from that spotting. It takes him up to 3.2k of assisted damage already, and we haven't quite finished the first 5 minutes of the game yet. All right, and now he's spotted a T-29 and an IS-5 and a Tiger P. So T-29 goes down pretty quickly. And he just wants to keep these guys lit. And you can see he's already climbed up to 5k versus damage. And it just keeps going as long as he keeps these guys lit. And the main thing he needs to not do is fire his own gun. As soon as he does that, his camo will drop and he will get spotted, not necessarily by the tanks in front of him, but more likely by tanks to his right. So he's just milking these guys here. 6.6k of assisted damage now, and as soon as I go dark, then that's his signal to move further up. But he's also spotting tanks on the other side of the map, and he's got a Scorpion up with him who can shoot across the map at those targets, so he wants to keep them lit as well. In fact, here comes an E25, just setting up, thinks he's unspotted behind a bush, but they're all spotted. Fury has spotted them as they're on the move while their camo was lower, and he's just keeping them lit for his team to do something. So that's taken him to 7.2k, and the game is in their favour. They've got a decent amount of hit point advantage, but they're only one tank up in terms of that. But I think as long as Fury remains unspotted and he can keep these tanks being spotted, he'll just milk more damage from them. So the Tiger P's tried to escape across the map. That won't really get him a late fire. In fact, it doesn't. He's gone. And there's the IS-5 that he spotted earlier. And now he's gone. Now we don't know if there are any further tanks up there. They haven't been spotted yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was a tank destroyer or so. Oh, in fact, there's artillery. And there's also a Leo medium tank. Now, Fury just gets back into the bushes here. That Leo is behind a mound, so he's not visible. But if Fury stayed out where he was, the Leo might spot him, which might then make Fury visible to the other teams. So he just wants to come up here just enough to, if that Leo moves out, he'll get spotted, but doesn't want to get so close that he proxy spots him, because then obviously that will light Fury up as well. So it's just shy of 9k of assisted damage here. In fact, there's the Leo. Now he's spotted, so he puts a shot in while he has that opportunity. Reverses back, but he got hit straight away by the Czech heavy tank. He wants to get out of the way of this Leo so he can't get shot. And he's got a very low profile on the LT-432, so the Leo would have to really push up quite far to take advantage of him. Gets another shot in through the commander's hatch. And he can probably get another shot in if that Leo comes up further, but certainly he's whittling him down. Gets the kill shot, and he just needs to go dark now. So there's only 3 tanks left on the enemy team. There's that heavy tank now is gone, and there's just the Stura Emil, who's on this side of that railway line. So he won't last long, but he looks like he's been lit by someone else potentially. Doesn't matter, Fury will get a chance to do some damage to him, which he does. Will he get the kill shot? And he does that as well. So, and that is the last tank down. So that is the end of the battle with just a fraction under 9k of spotting damage. So it was an Ace Tanker Mastery badge there for Fury. He got the patrol duty and the scout medals for pretty 9.1k total of spotting damage and 987 of his own damage. So that gave him over 10k of total damage there. So pretty good performance there. Now, how does that compare to the team? Let's have a look. So 1733 base experience, very high level of performance there. The next best player was a Scorpion, that's the US Tier 7 TD, so he did 3.5k of damage. That's pretty good for a TD there, and the T103 was following him up on the line there with the score, did 3.9k, so both would have been pretty happy with their results there. And on the enemy team, the stereo mill he killed at the end, done 2.5k, and the heavy tank that damaged him, yeah, was the second best player there, but yeah, then another one doing 2.1k. So yeah, not a great performance from the enemy team, of course, and the EBR didn't really do all that well either. So what did it cost him? Well, he didn't fire many shots. He did fire 8 shots. They all hit and penetrated. Oh, well, 6 of them, I should say, hit and penetrated. That gave me his damage total of his own. He earned some battle payments to get 195k of income, and ended up spending a little bit on ammunition, and all these premium consumables came home to roost at one time, so that was a bit unfortunate, but he still made over 100k, so he would have been happy with that. Anyway, another great game there from Fury. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing. I have more great content like this for you through the week, and thanks for watching.